Excuse me?
Was most effective.
How'd you like that?
That's it!
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
This looks as good a place as any.
Well met, sir.
Stomach's complaining. We'll have an early supper.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Your majesty, that attire, it may be unsuitable. 'Tis a formal affair, you see. I apologize for my brusqueness, but pray, seek out proper raiment. I shall await you here in the meantime. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Aught shall change once if your majesty has any unfinished business to attend. Your majesty, I apologize for my... Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve...
Welcome.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared... All right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. Who's at your leisure?
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to... Aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished... Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There's a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
Tis as you say.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the... You know where to find me. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared... All right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain they're welcome.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Perchance. Do come again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Look, as long as you please.
Well met, sir.
I'll have an early What shall I do today?
Look, as long as you
Haste makes waste, as they say.
I'd fain hear you speak on any subject, friend. Might I beg a favor of you? Many thanks.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Somehow my feet always carry me.
Always a good time, this place.
It's nice to see everyone out and about.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Well met, sir.
This looks
No cook, am I?
My back.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
once in the last hour. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early cricket gets the worm.
Nicely done!
I shan't let them harm you.
I grant your weapon a magical boon. Battle is best avoided here.
What to do?
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors. Fear not, I shall aid you directly.
does lift the spirits. I'd fain hear you speak on any subject, friend.
Now to report to Captain Brandt.
Stock before it does.
Nothing more pathetic than begging for money. What else needs doing?
Look, as long as you don't see a turn coming.
Life's best taken at a leisurely pace.
Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day.
Waiting around doesn't seem like to do us much good. What could we be missing here?
Look, as long as you think.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen you. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely this ought to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint, but alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part, but as to how that should be done, I'm ashamed to say I do not know. 'Twill depend upon your Majesty's ingenuity.